A lady faces family dilemma after arresting her brother for alleged misconduct involving household staff. According to her, she caught her brother forcing himself on their house help, and this has been going on for 2 months. Unfortunately, the family turned on her for not telling them before arresting him. What are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation 081-07641-679 or 0902-416-3440. You tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. So I read the full story. So this particular woman realized that the house help all of a sudden started being moody. So she felt she was sick, asked her what was going on. She said nothing, gave her money, go to the hospital, take care of yourself. The house help used to be a very bubbly person. After the treatment, she was still frowning. She was still like withdrawn. And so she had to ask. Nothing happened. Then one day, because she was, according to the story, said she was doing her master's, she came in earlier than usual and found her own brother forcing himself on the help. And she said she stood there and watched for over a minute so that she has clarity of what was happening. She realized that he was forcing. And then she spoke up and the guy started begging, started lying first of all, that she was calling onto him, blah, 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 blah. But I said, no, I've been watching here. And finally took the girl into her bedroom, locked the door while the boy was protesting outside. And then the girl broke down and started crying and said that this has been happening for over 2 months, that she lost her virginity to him. He raped her, basically, forcefully took her virginity, and then he's been coming on to her for this long. While they were trying to treat her and everything, they realized that she was pregnant. But before the treatment, the lady locked up her brother. And now, mommy, daddy comes to say, you should have discussed with us now. Family is everything. Don't do this. Don't do it. You're not supposed to do that. He's your brother after all, blah, blah, blah. And she told the parents, I said, if this was your daughter, would you be on this stance? And they said, no, it doesn't matter, this, that, that, that. So the boy is still cooling off in the cell. The girl now says she wants to keep the pregnancy. The mother is voking on one hand. The father is trying to be the peacemaker, and now she's confused. She doesn't know, should she release the boy from, should they withdraw the case from, police station so that the boy can come and take care of the pregnancy? She doesn't know what to do, and she's asking, what can we do or what can we say to help her make a decision? It's a painful story.
It's a very difficult, you see, because the girl is pregnant. You better come and take his responsibilities.
So I feel
that child.
You think he can take care of that child?
YK,
does he have a job?
No, he's 25. I don't know.
That's the solution that we've used culturally, which has seemingly permitted.
No. I'm not saying release him, but he is responsible for that child. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying what she did. I'm saying she took the right decision.
Yeah, by locking him up. Okay.
Took the right decision.
So I feel crime is a crime, and crime should be dealt with as a crime. Rape is a crime, and there must be consequences for the crime that he had carried out. Raping that girl is a crime. Family members family colors say, well, corruption is corruption until it becomes your cousin. Rape
your brother.
is a terrible thing until it becomes a family member. So I want to even celebrate the lady for being confident enough to defend the defenseless.
Yes.
Because that's a maid, in most cases, they treat them like second-class citizens, that they're not human beings, that they're just machines to work and make your house and your life easier. So one, she has done a good thing. And the parents that are giving excuses should go and cover their face in shame. Because if they had done a good job raising the boy and educated that boy well, the boy will know that there is enough women out there that you can approach willingly to be your companion in bed, and you don't have to resort to rape to enjoy yourself. So one, I wanted that to be established. Two is going to the police, except somebody has a mental problem that is making them perpetually rape people, the reaction should be to understudy why they are doing what they are doing. Is to question, did you approach the girl? Is it that you cannot control yourself? Is it that you are so attracted to this girl? Or is it that you feel you enjoy the only way you can enjoy having intimacy is by violence or force, so that you can actually understand what the problem is. What culturally we'll do is say, marry and start raising the children. That is not the solution, because if the man has a problem, if that human being has a problem of rape as a source of pleasure, they would be in that circle forever. While we can empower with therapy to help them understand this is not how for you to get pleasure, this is how to be responsible as a man, and we can solve the problem. But punishment should be meted out for the action carried out, which is go to prison. Now empower the girl to take care of the child she's going to have. Empower people. Things happen now. If you have a child, and
who will empower the girl now? The madam.
Exactly.
Yes, it's the girl. And the family.
That's my point. Because what he did was wrong. What she did was right by having him arrested. I think she didn't. Now, where the problem is the pregnancy. I will not say they should make her marry him because why? This is her person. This is someone that raped her, you know. But she now wants that baby.
Does she really want the baby? So she thinks she wants the baby.
There's no option, no. So people don't see abortion is not an option. For those that abortion is not an option.
We don't know if she wants the baby, but
it's not a thing.
I don't know. You know, the age is her age.
She's 18.
It's
She
God.
wants the baby.
She wants the baby.
Yeah, she wants her baby.
Let me hear your thoughts, Nima.
Okay, so like Tope did, I wanted to just commend the girl. I read this story a while back, and I was really very impressed with that girl. You know, for taking a stand, because on your feet, the first time when it's a family member, it's usually selfish. To, you know, and the selfish way is the first way. But for her to be concerned about another human within her own home is something commendable and something that we should replicate. So I want to commend her. I'm more than impressed with her. But as YK said, he gets complex when it becomes like this. And this is my suggestion. There was a time when I said people should allow consequences and find it okay to still love their loved ones while they're facing their consequences. Do you understand? So God forbid our family members end up in prison. It's okay to cook food and give them while they're waiting out their time. And when they come back, you love them because they would have been reformed. What we don't want to see is that we say our family name has become stained. So you should not go. Let's hide
it. Let's cover it.
This boy learned, besides his parents' help, to rape people. If you don't want to enable him, you have to allow him face the consequence, which is what the parents are not seeing. To help him out and arrange a cover-up of this is to enable him for life, and it will destroy more lives. And it could even extend to your grandchildren.
He's 25.
You see it? Yes.
He's a man.
Yes. So you have to take a stand. The way the boy will look back and say, this is my parents, and that learning curve would forever be utilized. So you take that stand as the sister has done. He will never dare to rape somebody in the circle of his sister in his life. Or even or anybody ever again.
Yeah.
Because he will not have expected that. But when the parents are now blaming the sister and claiming that blame, playing
your
that blame,
family is your brother.
you are enabling him.
The parents are very wrong.
Yeah.
We'll circle back
now,
to the parents.
let's get back to the fact that they have a grandchild in waiting. God is magnanimous.
In waiting, kwa.
Yes, so God is magnanimous in the sense that as one no get sense, you have the chance to redo
mistakes.
To redo your mistakes with another. Take the child and the girl and do better. But you know, we have this format that it must just work out the way we want out, so that society says that there's nothing wrong with you as a parent because your child didn't work out. You did well, but this child, you know, there's part of society that forms part of learning.
Let me take this call. I'll come back.
Let's
pause on that thing.
Well, you must look after that child.
Yes.
So we have Akonde from Ogba. Good morning, Akonde. Sorry, Akonde.
He must look after that. He must come out and look after that child.
No, he doesn't. No, Auntie, he doesn't have to be. You know, sometimes when in his actions, there's a percentage of fault from the parents. You see the way they are blaming the
mother was
daughter.
reacting, yes.
The way the mother was reacting. So there's a level of fault that maybe she overloved and over-enabled some certain parts of him. Now that he has a child coming, you will extend the love that you want to use to pamper him to that child and do better in raising that child. but not that he won't face the consequence.
But the mentality of this woman now, who is saying, that's the mother now who is saying that you should have taken, you shouldn't have arrested your brother.
Yeah,
you think that kind of woman will look after that girl? She will frustrate that girl.
No, that's why we're advising.
You
see this daughter, you see this daughter, she has done nothing in this whole mix wrong.
Yes.
And she should be she's already supporting the mother of her niece or nephew in waiting.
Wow.
Yes.
Nima, let me pause it, please.
Supported to carry out that support.
Yeah, we have James from Germany. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
Good morning. Please, I'll be following your program. Today I'm still on holiday. I just want to appreciate
volume, please.
Because, okay. I say I'll be following your program.
Thank you.
Today, I want to appreciate you, lady.
Thank you.
Because one time, some months ago, I was really, really very angry with you, ladies. But today, the way people dress and the way people do, so beautiful, and it's really portraying you are Nigerians, you are Africa, you know. I really want to appreciate you, but I'm so glad you people dress and come out in this form today. Because for what we are seeing in Western country here is really not appreciative to us. But when we see our ladies on the TV also, because majority of our children here are you people, we want them to learn different things from what they have seen here.
Okay, thank you for appreciating
I'm really
us.
happy for what I'm seeing today.
Thank you.
That's why I call in to
Thank you,
appreciate
James. Nima, you were
So, she needs to be supported to continue to give that support. When they are playing this guilt tripping, there's this moment when you doubt sometimes whether you're doing something right. And the way the parents are doing that guilt tripping, she'll sometimes be looking at her brother as my brother. She'll question her decision.
Yeah.
So she needs to be given that support. And her parents, whether or not they agree, they should learn that they have gained. The girl don't get belly. This is a chance to redo right your wrongs.
Hey.
Yes. Take that grandchild, not expecting him to come and marry her as a repair. There's nothing good he can do for that girl. He damaged her and took from her wrongly. It's not that repair that they used to do in the marry, because she's going to just go into a lifetime of continuous suffering. Yes. So yes, and trauma. And she lives with her oppressor, she will be traumatized for life. But you can help. You as the parent can say, this is our grandchild. Show up every day. Do better for that grandchild. Take away the rights you want to give him. Help that child. When he comes out repaired, because he would have faced the consequences, he will meet a child he can redo his own wrong by. But when you damage, cancel the mother, cancel the child, and then something happens tomorrow, you now come. You know the funny thing? In Yoruba movies, we see it a lot. And Yoruba families, I've seen
how to forgive.
When my late friend died, the Yoruba family he was from gathered the girlfriend and asked, are you pregnant? They did not rush to do wedding, but once their son died, they rushed that they want to collect
the pikin.
Yes.
They do that.
So you will see it in African movies where the boy raped the girl, but they did not collect. Then they will now, the mother is now old. There was one African movie, it was a Delta Igbo kind of setting. It was the Delta, what they call their movie in Nollywood, Delta.
And
Saba movie. So she now drove car, went to carry the help, whose daughter they rejected to find baby where she don't give for orphanage. They went to, in the entire movie, to the ending, driving around town to collect the picking.
Yeah.
So all these kind of funny examples. It's not.
So let's take this call.
There are ways to go about it. Honorably take care of your child.
Elizabeth from Makadi. Good morning, Elizabeth.
How are you, ladies?
We're doing amazing. Thank you.
It's nice to call it. On this issue, I want to say that lady is actually redeeming the name of her family, because taking care of that woman that was raped, taking care of that baby or in the waiting, arresting the young girl. With time, the parents will come to see that somebody is trying to put the image of that family in a better light, a better perspective. I think we should encourage the woman, and then they want to keep the baby. I mean, although I know Papa is saying abortion is not an option, But the girl that has the baby is not even asking for an abortion. If she wanted an abortion, if she wanted an abortion, she should have been given the right. It's her right. But she wants to keep the baby, and then the sister is going to end up taking this responsibility. And I applaud her because she's doing the right thing. Anytime the father comes out from prison, he should come and face the consequences of what he has done and see that people are trying to clean him up. Because the truth is that there's no guarantee he will not rape another girl when he comes out.
Another person, yeah, that's true. Especially with the sort of correctional systems that we have.
He should face the music of what he did. I have no qualms about that. But that baby, that is part of his music.
Exactly.
So when he comes out, that baby, he must...
You will work and support the baby.
They are surprised. There are ways that when he comes out, he will not want to see the baby. Or the baby will not want to see him. That's the role of the grandparents, to create the room for both of them to be able to accept each other and his repair.
You will not want to see your baby
healing.
No, be you put am there.
No, he put am there. But you know, say, you go see, they hate the consequence. Because they say, you is not, now what do I do, now you come. You understand?
No,
but when the baby is well cared for, when you don't reject the baby along with him, now shame him go take face in picking.
Finally,
don't be saying go do stubborn head.
Yeah, let me
You yourself as a parent.
So I'm of the opinion that we also need to protect that child. So I'm watching a series, and the mother had a child at, I think she was 13, as a result of rape. And she gave up the child for adoption. The child now came to find her, and every time she looks at the child, she remembers the process she had that child. And the child is having to deal with the trauma of, I was abandoned by my mom, and my mom still doesn't want to see me, without realizing the back, which is, you are a product of rape. I think it's important that when we talk about this thing about product of rape or product of sexual violence, we preserve, we don't call the child, we don't wear that label on the child, because while some children can be like the way Helen Paul was able to come out of it and own it as my story, that this is what they said about me, but my grandmother told me this is not who you are and this is who you should become, and she was able to benefit and build resilience from that painful past. Some people will say, oh, they said I cannot amount to anything, that I'm a product of rape, and they don't amount to much. So parents who have, people who are surrounding children who have such background should do a whole lot in assuring them that they are born for a purpose and that their destiny is not going to be marred by where their origin story is from. But I'm going to once again applaud that young woman for supporting this maid and ensuring that justice is meted out even to our own blood. But there are many people that have done this. Somebody on YouTube is saying that her own mom, her mom sent her brother to prison because the boy was being wayward. And there are parents that do that, and we must applaud them, because it takes a lot of discipline for you to say, I am going to show you that, because I will do everything I can do to ensure you turn out right. So shout out to all those.
You know one here word.
My father has arrested his son.
Say, you not,
I just heard somebody calling me. I'm in the police station. What happened? Three boys. What happened to you people? He said, Daddy arrested.
Yes, now, because we see it. When you don't raise those children well, you see the problem later.
Let's circle back to how this mom raised this boy. That's both parents now. Raised the boy different from the girl because they are siblings. The girl is standing on justice. This is not acceptable. This is not what you should do. You must face the consequence. The mom is saying, because he's your brother, you should let it slide. So how did you, that brings us back to how they
were both raised.
Yes, we raise girls different from how we raise our boys in our society. And then we go back and complain that we have boys who are not responsible in the society. So what advice would you give to women who are raising boy children and girl children? How do we ensure that we do not raise them differently, where we are always, allowing the boy get away with a lot of things? He's a boy now. He's a boy now.
Bring them up the same way. That's the only advice. Yes. They are the same, the boy and the girl. In fact, sometimes make the boy even look after the girl because he's the man. So make him
more responsible for the girl.
I've always said this story of this when I was. My daughter was a baby. I was our next door neighbors. The boy was. The mother would say, If you tell him to go to the kitchen, he will be crying. He will be crying. And I was so angry. And I was like looking at her, thinking, he will be crying. Make him go to the kitchen.
Yes,
but
so.
the girl will go to the kitchen.
And the boy will be crying.
And the boy will be crying.
What's that?
Come on, let both of them, you know, give them the same
Equal.
upbringing. Equal, you know.
Yeah. So let's take this
to
call.
me, all human beings are equal.
Equal.
Yes, so.
But some are more equal than others, according to Animal Farm. Just kidding. Towing from Ikeja, good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. I want to contribute to this topic because I feel it's of two ways. The lady should be applauded for doing that. Was such a spontaneous, I'm sure it was a spontaneous reaction that must have come from a place of being proper. That was what happened, because if she had thought about it more, being an African, you'll have stopped a beating and considered your parents. But it was beautiful of her to just act that way. I feel it should be two ways. I think it's high time sometimes we legalize abortion. How old is this girl in question? 18 years.
18.
How long? 18 years. How long? How many weeks or how long is this pregnancy? Because she might be saying
2
she
months.
wants this baby now. It's a long thing. If we legalize abortion, you will know that this child is coming for a purpose also. There's a lot of trauma in this place. It takes one to be gifted to take care of another person's own. You can advise all you want. Oh, take care of this girl, take care of this child, take care of the child that is coming. There are a lot of people that they can't even stand their own house help. They can't even take care of their own niece or cousin or somebody. They treat them lesser than their own children. And then you want them to take care of somebody that was raped, the son is in prison and all of that. It takes a lot that you want to put on an 18-year-old. You have to kind of train the parents of this 18-year-old. And then this girl is going to sound, she's not sound enough to be able to say, I want to raise this child. She needs to be oriented and know what it means to
raise
even
a
the 9
child.
months is a lot for an 18-year-old. It's a lot. And then, but the man that called in and I was saying, YourView Ladies, please let your children and your family be trained by your own children. Don't come and put your insecurities on YourView Ladies' dressing.
Chineke Goziegi, auntie.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Chineke Goziegi. Seriously. Put me on the pedestal, I did not put myself. Anyway, we're going to be taking a short break, but let's quickly wrap up this conversation. I think
Yes,
we've finished it.
to a large extent, I feel we have. But
No,
you know,
she
people have called a few
touched.
times concerning abortion, and I don't think abortion. Nigeria doesn't have a law against, like, I don't know.
You do.
No, if you. Maybe because I'm an
Abortion is
adult.
illegal.
If you are as an adult, if you carry out, if you were raped and you go into the hospital, you are allowed to. They flush people's system in the hospital.
Abortion is illegal.
It is if you now go as say you don't carry belle, go
When they
do
tell you
abortion.
to fast, they
No,
flush secretly.
no, it's not that. They do. No, if you go for rape and you go for rape kits, they give you drugs now.
Post-rape, immediate
Yes.
rape, they will give you drugs to prevent.
Yes.
Don't be say the pikin don't establish. One go there, doctor, I want to abort. It's illegal.
Yes, it's illegal.
With that in mind, the
But
lady's
she's 2 months
conversation
pregnant.
is very valid in that you can say, we need to now take it to our lawmakers that can we have a conversation around it. It has caused major crisis in the US, pro-abortion and anti-abortion, and is a religious
Sentiments.
It's a religious sentiment decision, but people should be allowed to say that because of the trauma that this child came through, I want to make a decision not to go ahead.
Do we come back to this topic? Because the way Nima is raising hand now. Let's take a short
I just
break.
want to
Come
quickly
back.
add something small.
Oh, yeah, let's be going. because I want to
So
wrap
just
it up.
as she has,
Where are we going?
just
We are
as you
going
are
and coming
asking for abortion to be legal,
Yeah.
can we ask that a mother can choose to keep her baby?
Yes.
If she wants
yes,
The
to.
girl is
definitely.
18. She's not a minor. She can choose to keep a baby no matter the circumstance of.
Does she understand the
of birth.
implications of keeping that
It
baby?
doesn't
It's a
matter.
decision.
Even if it was a foolish decision at the time,
Yes.
she's
Yeah,
sentimental
so-
about it. Let
She
her
should stay
keep
with
her
it.
baby.
Yes.
The decision is hers.
Yeah, and I
Let us see a
also know
psychologist
according to the law, the rape case is a state case. So even if the parents go back to plead that
Exactly.
want to take back this case,
The
the
case will
state
still
would
continue.
handle it and the boy will face the consequences.
He's going to face the
Just-
consequences. That one,
yes,
he
going to
don't
face
get jail now.
consequences. Thank you so much, this lady who was able to arrest her own brother for this. God bless you. That's standing for justice and standing for the vulnerable people in the society. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll move on to yet another topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.